So this is not intended as an instructional video, this is just a quick tutorial of how, well, it's not a tutorial, it's just a quick overview of how it all goes together. So I'll try and get that visible on camera there. You've got your main output there, which goes up to the barrel, and then this one here is for the magazine indexing system. I don't know if it will focus. It will. And that just slots directly in there. You've got one hole at the bottom here which is threaded, and that's what goes onto the stock receiving screw. This just slots, he says, neatly into the block, and when we're in the right position you'll see that it's lined up through this bottom hole here. And we can actually pop that through there just to locate it and make our life a little easier. Right, next thing we're going to want to do is the magazine indexing system, and that goes into the top here. I've already pre-fitted all the seals, and that just gets married up with this plate here. Nice little Allen key, which is not that one, it's the size up. Okay, so that is the main valve reinstalled, and what happens is air's pressing that closed along with the spring there. Hammer comes through, knocks the pin, opens the valve, air comes up through here, pushes pellet out that way. At the same time, a little bit of excess air is used to activate that little punch there, which indexes the mag. Nice and straightforward. The next part is the boss here. This is what the bolt screws onto, held in place with multiple Allen bolts. Again, pre-fitted the seals. It just presses into place. And then we have 4 bolts that secure it in. And these screw in from each direction, 2 from the front, 2 from the rear. You'll note you can only remove the bottle boss when the barrel has been removed, because the barrel and shroud system covers that slot there. And it is under spring tension, so you need to put a little bit of pressure on it just to close it up, at which point I should invest in a power screwdriver. Hear the autofocus going mental, looking at the wrong thing. Come on, over here. the same trick with these two bolts at the back. And this is where having a ball-ended Allen key is very helpful, because obviously you can't just spin it if you go straight up. You want to make sure those are pretty reasonably tight. Once you're at that stage, you're then able to reinstall the barrel, which then has the end of the shroud assembly just there, which of course is going to just interface. I don't know if it will show up on there because the light's wrong, but there we go. And I'll just grab the Allen key to get the grub out so that I can. Yep, it's that one. Should have trusted my gut, it was right the first time. I don't know if it will show up on the camera because the focus is misbehaving. There we go. I don't know if it... Yeah. But if you look through that hole, you can see shiny and then a dark spot. The dark spot is where there is a recess designed for the grub, which then locates the barrel the correct way up. You're then able to take our bottle and screw it back onto the boss. Again, I've pre-fitted all the seals because you don't want to sit there and watch me installing those. The rest of this video is boring enough. We then have the Harper slingshot hammer system itself to reinstall, which is a very nice little device. Try and get the focus to go back to the right spot. It seems to keep going to my watch for some reason. And basically, spring sends this forward, and then when it actually hits the edge of the valve, the inner here slingshots forward and then bounces back again, which is why these are so efficient, because you don't get any hammer bounce. And the adjustment is simply, you can see the centre part there is on a thread. You screw that in and out to make finer tube. And there we go. That just slots in there. And we have a little Allen bolt that will go into the side of that, which then locates it. There we are. So that way. So we have a nice Allen bolt which goes into the side. And that stops the hammer from rotating in transit. Camera, rotate, thank you. goes in there, and as you can see, it keeps the hammer in an upwardly direction. This has got a sticker that goes over the top of it, and once I've finished making my adjustments to the power and everything else, I'll do that. You can see at the bottom there, hopefully the light picks it up. Come on, focus. Come on. So I'm going to focus that close. You can see there's a hole there with a little grub in it. Unlock that before making adjustments to the hammer, otherwise it will not work. Trigger assembly just has 4 screws at the bottom here that go back on, and then you've got the anti-tamper back plate, which I'll leave off for the purpose of this video. And that's basically how you put the Wolverine 2 back together.